Hey guys, so I thought I would do a quick video on the best thing that you should be investing in your home baking business and the first investment that you should make. I've had a lot of people reach out to me with a lot of questions about my bakery business, and so I thought I would do a very informal quick video. I am getting ready for baking. I just baked over 200 pounds of cookies and I'm packaging, and then I have to keep going because Saturday is my biggest market. Before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe, follow along. I will be doing periodic micro bakery tips, bakery tips, but I also will be sharing some of my German recipes with you guys. So before I get started, I would love for you to subscribe, and then also just please leave any comments below, any questions that you might have for anything in regards to owning a bakery or a home baking business or anything like that, or cottage bakery or selling at a farmer's market. Okay, so I have seen a lot of people investing in ovens right away, the first thing that they do. However, if I had to go back and I did the same thing, I ended up getting a double oven. This was, of course, only once I started making money and was able to put money back into my business. However, if I were to go back and I were to say, this is the first thing that you should invest in, I would hands down say, invest in a commercial mixer. I bought mine off Web Restaurant, and there is actually, I think you get like a 1 month free of their membership. It wasn't worth it for me to join the membership because it's like $99 per month, and I don't need that much shipment always to me because I only sell once or twice per month at the market. However, it is good to just kind of like utilize that 1 month for free. I bought all my jam glasses there. They were the cheapest. And then also I bought my commercial mixer there. It was $1,000. I'm going to post a picture up here for you guys of what it looks like. And it was $1,000, and it has been an absolute lifesaver. Now, the reason I would say getting a mixer before you get an oven is because it takes so much time. If you just work with tiny little individual bowls, that will take you so much more time because it's hands-on. Where the oven, it cuts down time, but it's kind of like the time that you're it's baking, so you're already done. And so what I would say is your first investment, I would say hands down, get a mixer. The reason I love my commercial mixer is because the hook and the motor is so strong that I can throw like blocks of butter into it, and I can make 30 to about 40 pounds of dough per serving, and then I can kind of keep working with it. So that would be my number one suggestion for you. If you're not there yet and you don't have space for a large mixer like that, I definitely would recommend, out of all the like standing mixers, to then get the Bosch mixer. The Bosch mixer is right now, it's actually, I think, $100 off. I think it might be done with the sale. I have to double check. I'll post a link below. If the sale is not there anymore, then you can use my code of $20 off. I will post the link below as well. However, what I like about the Bosch mixer is that it can do 12 pounds. So typically what I'll do is I will use my commercial mixer for large things. And then what I'll also do is I'll use my Bosch mixer upstairs often for a lot of the other things, like if I make waffles or anything like that, because 10 to 12 pounds is still a lot. So that one is not at $1,000 range. If you are looking for something smaller, that's definitely my to-go-to that I would recommend. I'm also biased because I'm from Germany and I've grown up with a Bosch mixer, and my mom still has hers for over 40 years. However, I like using it because of how much it can handle, and it doesn't spill. It has the lid, so it covers everything. So that would be my recommendation. I guess I'll give another quick recommendation too, is if you're not baking a lot, and then this video of course isn't for you because you're not a home baker, but then I think just a KitchenAid or so is great. It's fine. The price point is good. But when you're working with heavy doughs, you really do want a strong motor. And so when you do have the commercial mixer, it's just so nice because even like all of my yeast spreads or so, and I'll just like throw in whole blocks of butter, it just incorporates it perfectly. Like I don't have to do a single thing. It's just on, off. It has a timer. So $1,000 investment, I would say, is the first investment that you would make. Second investment, I would say, yes, absolutely, consider a double oven, but to be honest, I even just often go just with one oven, and I use that, and as long as I have like everything prepped. And then another thing that's been such a lot, like a changer for me, has been a large freezer. Now, I was very blessed to have it gifted to me, but that has been unbelievable for me, because what I can do is I can pre-make, for example, all my shortbread crust cookies, and I'll just freeze the cut out cookies or the dough, not baked yet, but then I can pull it out. So even like my breads or anything like that, I'll make my pretzels, and then I'll let them proof, then I freeze them, and I just pull them out day of. And so a freezer really is unbelievably helpful in your baking business. So I guess if I were to have to think of an order, I might have to change it to, first, a commercial mixer. 2, I will get a freezer, because that will absolutely help you. And then number 3 is I would invest in an oven. So those are kind of like my 3. Then the last investment that I made was a dough sheeter, which was really helpful. But you'll get to all of that, you know? So I think start first with a larger mixer. Don't make the mistake I made. I did buy a mixer that was cheap of Amazon. It was like $100. I was like, all right, let me try it. And I had to return it because it was garbage. So don't even bother with that. If you don't have the space, invest in the Bosch mixer. That would be my recommendation because of the size. If you do have the space, absolutely get a commercial mixer. It will make all the difference. You can also find them off Marketplace, but I'll post the links of everything below. Forgive me for my low quality video, but I figured I will just share some of these things with you guys, and hope this is helpful. Please post or ask me any questions that you might have. I don't have it all figured out, but it's been really sweet to have a lot of people reach out to me recently asking questions, and I'm just happy to share anything I've learned along the way. And my last tip to you is to start slow and steady and test. You know, I'm 2 years in officially since yesterday. I love what I'm doing, but I'm also glad that I didn't commit to more because of how much work it really is. So take your time, learn the industry, learn what you're doing, see how much you really like it. It's also okay for you to stop if you don't really like it. At least you're trying. And so, yeah, so that will be my little tip for you. So first, commercial mixer. Second, freezer. Third, oven. Fourth, dough sheeter. And then also one more little thing, you can also buy all these giant, like, I forgot what they're called in Germany. We have these, like, they're expandable sheet cakes or so. And you can just kind of like, that's what I've been doing. I just buy those. I'll post the link there too. I'm not explaining it well. But what I'll do is instead of doing individual cakes, I'll just like have a giant sheet cake, and then I'll cut everything into slices. I will do another video on why you should sell everything by the slice versus whole, but not till after my crazy Christmas season. So hope you guys can subscribe. Thank you for being here, and hope this was helpful to someone in some way.